Anyway, you can become a terrorist by negligence. So you don't need intent to commit an act of terrorism for some of the offenses. You can become a terrorist by not doing something. You can become a terrorist by parking your car incorrectly. And that really is within the Terrorism Act 2000. If you park your car in a place designated by an officer and you don't move it when asked to, you can be guilty of a parking offence in the Terrorism Act. The consequences for individuals, as we've heard from Afsana, can be devastating. The scrutiny, once you're accused of a terrorist act, carries on way beyond the reparation you can do by serving a sentence in prison. UK terrorism legislation is far-reaching. It has a very specific extraterritorial reach, which means application in an international rather than purely domestic context. And I just want to close, I just want to give an example that I was involved in as a lawyer from my own point of view. And so the example I'm going to give to you was following the coup in Egypt in 2013, which saw the removal, imprisonment and killing in prison of the democratically elected President Morsi. In 2015, The Guardian reported that in 2012, a year before the coup took place, the United Arab Emirates threatened to block a £1 billion arms deal, stop inward investment and cut intelligence cooperation if David Cameron did not act against the Muslim Brotherhood. In return for this crackdown, Cameron was to be offered lucrative arms and oil deals for British businesses, which would have generated billions of pounds for the jet division of BAE Systems and allowed BP to bid to drill for hydrocarbons in the Gulf. Now, following the coup, there was a worldwide attempt by states in the Middle East to have the Muslim Brotherhood designated as a terrorist organization. That manifested in the United Kingdom as former Prime Minister David Cameron's review of the activities of the Muslim Brotherhood in the UK. And this happened in 2014. Now, a foreign government attempting to have the Muslim Brotherhood prescribed, or any other organization for that matter, as a terrorist organization by using financial incentives to further their own domestic agenda is an unacceptable interference in the United Kingdom national security and demonstrates how susceptible to abuse this legislative framework can be. Had they been successful, it would have improperly and by executive instrument alone brought many law-abiding citizens within the scope of the UK's counter-terrorism legislation. This act of prescription would have short-circuited the usual evidential base needed to prove a person's participation in the commission, preparation or instigation in an act of terrorism. All that would have needed to have happened would have been proof that the person was a member or supported that organization or a similar organization. The consequences of this would have been disproportionately impacted on the Muslim community, leading to arrests, prosecutions, asset seizures, and with the complicit media, a whole new era of suspicion on the Muslim community as a whole. An unfair and discriminatory legal framework is the only framework that can be achieved when we allow the creation and application of law to be political and agenda-based rather than motivated by an honest, mutual attempt to protect citizens. Thanks.